got problems. Boom, she got problems.
Only I got 411 problems.
He got problems, she got problems, only I got 411 problems. Hey, hi, what's up, y'all? It's time for another story time. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. I know. But I was just talking to Keish tonight and I was like, I need to get back on my stuff. I need to get back on it. I need to get back on it. Anyway, so let's get into it. Welcome to Enemy of My Enemy. Yeah, let me pause it. Let me get some names before we even go into it. Let me get some names. Okay, I think I got it all together, so let's get into it. So, those who pay attention know I live in extended stay. But you also hear me talk about my parking space. I know. I had one of my homegirls be like, girl, you in that parking space. Listen, they had a system before I even got there. I myself had to adjust to the system. When I first moved there, I parked in somebody's parking space. They put me on game to let me know, like, hey, this is his parking space. Like, this is what we do. It's like a mutual respect thing. So you're going to have to find somewhere else to park. The parking space that I park in now, once that person moved out, I waited. I waited 2 weeks before I moved it, before I started parking there. I waited 2 weeks. Nobody parked there. I waited 2 weeks. Even the manager at the time, the complex manager at the time noticed. I waited 2 weeks. Nobody parked there, which is how you know it's a system. Nobody parked there. Made sure that they were gone. I started parking there. Once I started parking there, then the dude that's parked next to me now, he switched his parking space. So we're at that parking space until we move out. It's a mutual respect thing. Every time somebody come there, anytime somebody new come there, somebody put them on like, hey, this is this such and such parking space, this such and such parking space, pick a parking space, and go from there. I have no problems from the Caucasian people when it comes down to this. Just my people. I just had another incident. Just my people have an issue with me parking in this parking space. And it's my people, but it's new people. But you know. Anyway. Anyway. So, of course, I work at night. So, my parking space is empty. Still, nobody parks there. Even when I go out of town, nobody parks in my parking space. Like, when I come back home in the middle of the night, my parking space is open. Usually. Unless it's like a new person or somebody, like, visiting or whatever, my parking space is usually open. They put them on game. So, anyway, I park at night. So, when I come home, this particular night, there's a car in my parking space, right? So the next morning, like I wait, because usually, like, of course, I work at night. Usually they work during the day. So they're going to move. And then when they move, I go ahead and get back in my parking space, because usually, like, the dude that parks next to me, my neighbor, usually his parking space is open by the time I get home, because he works during the day, but he leaves early in the morning. So I'll park in his parking space till they move out of mine, and then I'll park in mine to leave his open, to like respect his space, right? So that's what I did. Parked in his parking space, waited till they left, and then parked back in my parking space. I did that the first time, right? And so I don't know if somebody put you on game or not. I haven't said anything because you live next door to me. You are, if I'm facing my door this way, you are my neighbors on my left. So I'm not saying nothing because it's like you're new. So I don't know if somebody will put you on game or not. I ain't gonna say nothing like I'm chilling because you should know by now. Like I promise you, I don't have to tell nobody nothing when it comes down to the parking space. Somebody usually put them on, right? So I don't ever have to say anything, or it's like you notice. Because if you stay there and you pay attention, you notice like every car in there, certain spaces, like nobody moves. Like everybody got their own respective places, so you can tell if you paying attention. You know. So anyway, so I was like, okay, well, maybe somebody just didn't tell them yet. They knew, or maybe she visiting or whatever. It's like, I ain't gonna trip. I'm just gonna move in my parking space, which is what I did. So they came back and they parked in my neighbor's parking space. I ain't got nothing to do with that. He got to fight his own battle about his parking space. Usually, like, he'll be mad. He'll look at them like he'll shake his head or whatever, but he don't really say nothing. Somebody else usually put them on and tell them, like, somebody else's parking space. And they'll move. So, by the time, I would say it was around 2 o'clock, they were gone. So, he was able to park in his parking space, so it kind of worked out, right? Well, time went on, and I noticed you would stand outside and wait for me to leave so you can park in my parking space. I'm getting ahead of myself. So when I came back again the next day, like, you was parked in my parking space, and I was like, so I was doing laundry this particular day as you was walking out, and like as you was opening the door, and when you opened the door, I said typical. And you turned around and looked at your boyfriend, who was Caucasian. And we're going to call the boyfriend Vic. I think that's what I said. Yes, we're going to call the boyfriend Vic. And the girl name is going to be Chelsea. So Chelsea and Vic live next door to me. So Chelsea turned around and looked at Vic when I said typical. And then she kind of laughed. So he had on, that's going to give it away. I don't want to say that. He had on a specific shirt he was going to work. But I could tell, like, he was a cook, basically. So he was a cook. He worked for a specific restaurant that usually kind of rotates over in that area anyway. So he was a cook, so he was getting ready to go to work. Like, I know the shirt. The shirt is familiar. I'll just say that. So the shirt is familiar, so I know exactly where you work and what you do. Because the shirt is familiar. So she had on a shirt as well. So y'all both work at the same place. Oh, okay. So both of y'all get in the car. You left. They left, and then when they came back, like, by the time you came back, of course, I had moved in my parking space. So that's hint number 2. Like, every time this car comes home, she gets in this parking space. And somebody should have told you by now that's her parking space. Somebody should have put you on game by now. And I know y'all probably like, girl, why you ain't put them on game? Most of the time, I never say anything. I never have to anyway. Somebody always put them on game. Real talk. So you came back. And as I told you, I was doing laundry. So you came back, and when you was standing like in the breezeway, and you're on the phone, and you was like, she coming up. Because you had to park further down. Well, you didn't have to. You decided to. So I guess you got an attitude, and you had decided that my parking space was going to be your parking space. Oh, no, boo, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. No. And so, like, you talking to your boy, you talking to Vic, who you had just took to work, because, like, literally, you just dropped him off 2.5 seconds ago, and you on the phone with him, and somebody, she coming up, so you can't say nothing. So that also lets me know you about it. You you can't stand on your own. You taller than me. Everybody's taller than me, but you can't stand on your own. And I've been told, like, girl, you give a look. Believe it. believe it. Believe it. Because now you playing in my face. Now you playing in my face, which lets me know you playing in my face. Right? So, I would say like a week or two, you should know by now, because weekend, like, we are parked in a certain, like, everybody's parked in their parking space. You should know by now. If you don't take a kindergartner can notice, like, these cars are in the same spot. It don't take rocket science for you to realize we are parked in the same spot, honey. So somebody should have told you by now. There's a method to this madness. There's a system. After the weekend, this Sunday, I'm getting ready to go to work. Like, I'm pulling out, and you were standing outside talking to somebody else. I see you, like, when I'm pulling out, you run up to your unit, and by the time when I come back home, you're parked in my parking space. Now you're starting to piss me off, because now you know, because you've been here for over a week. You've been here about 2 weeks now. So you know, you can see everybody in their prospective places. I know without a shadow of a doubt, this one Caucasian couple be putting people on game to tell them, because they came after you. No, or before you. Hold on. I don't want to lie. No, they came after you. They came after you, picked a parking spot, and got hip to the game. So I know for a fact this Caucasian couple, any new people, they put them on game to say, this is such and such parking space, this is such and such parking space. I didn't have to say nothing. Somebody gonna tell you. Somebody gonna run it down like, this is how it's supposed to flow. This is such and such parking space. This is how it flows. This is how we keep in contact and know if everybody okay. That type of situation. Mind you, again, this system has been put in place before I moved there. So this ain't nothing that I made up. But for whatever reason, my parking space always seems to be the target. And I'm like, you don't want to park in nobody else's parking space but mine? And I'm confused. Even people who live further down on the opposite end park in my parking space that time. And I have to look at them like, what we doing? And it's always my people. Always my people. So I saw you run up to your unit, and then when I came home, you was in my parking space, and I said, okay. I'm the type of person where I pray over everything. You don't even know I'm praying. I could be looking dead at you. We could be laughing and talking in my head like I'm praying. I'm not praying for your downfall. I'm praying for my protection. Meaning, if this person don't mean me no good, please remove them. If they're doing stuff behind my back, please show me. Before I walk out of my unit, I'm praying, Lord, please protect my unit. Please cover my unit. Before I'm walking here, I'm praying over, making sure God help me do my work efficiently and effectively. Anything that's not like you, remove it. Protect me throughout the night. I'm praying all the time over me. It's the God in me. I'm God. The relationship. Y'all should know that. Not religion, relationship. There's a difference. I'm praying. I'm constantly praying all the time. So when you park in my parking space, I always say, if somebody is doing it with evil intentions, please remove them. Now, if you're doing it because, again, you could be unaware, you don't know, and usually those people who are unaware and don't know, they park there one time and then they move. And they'll find somewhere else to park. Those who know and you just doing it with evil intention, you just doing it because you feel like it and it's like I can do what I want to do, you don't ever last long. Now, I know people will be like, you can't be God's favorite. I am God's favorite. God don't play about me. It's been proven. You can believe what you want to believe for yourself. God don't play about me. He don't. Now, the task that I have to carry for him to not play about me, the burdens, the weight, the heaviness, and when people, don't get me wrong, what I'm saying is my assignments, is a little heavier than other people's, which is why I always say I don't want nobody's blessings but mine. Which is why I'm not jealous of nobody else's stuff, cause I don't know what y'all gotta go through to get it. Y'all don't want to go through my stuff either. Cause a lot of times, like my kid will say, "You make stuff look so easy." Just because I carry it well, baby, that don't mean it's not heavy. Be careful what you wish for and what you ask for. And be careful what you envy yourself, because my plate may kill you, unalive you, poison you. You may be allergic to it. Anyway, so I pray over my parking spot, period. I do. I pray before I get on the road. Y'all hear me tell y'all, well, if you pay attention to my vlogs, you know. I play gospel so I don't catch road rage, because the way that y'all drive down is crazy. It's crazy. Y'all drive like y'all scrolling on social media. What are we doing? Why are we going to? Why are we in the matrix? Why are y'all driving in the dang on passing lane and then not moving when somebody's coming up behind you that need to get by you and you looking at them crazy? Or you rear view driving. What is wrong with y'all? How y'all able to look in the rear view? You're not, because that's why you're going too, trying to look in the rear view instead of driving again where you're supposed to go. The people don't know you. Somebody passed you on the road, baby. They not passing you in real life. They don't know you. They don't know nothing about you. Mind your business. Anyway. So yeah. I was like, oh, okay. I ain't gonna trip. I'm gonna park in another park space. And I'm gonna pray about it. We'll see. Y'all, I kid you not. Every time that girl would come home, it would be a different dent or something in her car. One day, they walked outside and their tires was flat. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Sooner or later, you gonna get it. But I'm not saying nothing. Right? So, one particular, it had been maybe after 3 weeks. Chelsea, it seems like you finally got it, because you stopped parking in my parking space and I'm able to come home and I'm parked in my parking space. And it kind of flows because, believe it or not, it knocks stuff off schedule. Because if it knocks stuff off, off schedule or off, like it just knocks it off, basically. Excuse me, because if I'm in my neighbor's parking space, he has to go park in somebody else's parking space, so that whole little line is jacked up. I promise you, it's a whole jacked up situation when somebody is in my parking space, or when somebody is in somebody else's parking space. It's a whole different situation. Like, it's jacked up, and we can tell, like, what's going on. I promise you, it's a whole different vibe. I promise you, it is. Even the opposite side has parking spaces, like, you know who parks where. I know my downstairs neighbor, her car is, she doesn't park directly behind me. She parks directly behind the neighbor that's parked next to me. And then there's an empty space, and then there's another neighbor that is 3 doors down. He parks on the opposite space, the space in between her. Like, it's like her car, a space, and then his truck. I'm telling you, it's a science, and we all have our own certain parking spaces. And that's how we're able to, like I said, they had a system. It was implemented, and they said it's like a mutual respect, but it's also a way where we can check on each other. You don't even have to know each other's name, but it's like, oh, okay, I know this person's car. So if the car is sitting there, it's like, hey, something ain't right, or you okay, or where you been, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. Because they watch. So anyway, yeah, so once I saw the tire flats, like, I started laughing, because I was like, yeah, like, you shouldn't be doing stuff with evil intention. I don't care, not even just talking about me. You don't go out to do stuff evil, with evil intent. You don't go out to do stuff evil to people, like, to be nasty to people. Karma come back, like, karma know where you live even when you homeless, boo. She gonna pull up on you quicker than you think. Sometimes, and I know a lot of times we be quoting Medea and be like, Medea, God be taking too long. Like, come on and split the block back, baby. Sometimes you gotta be real careful with that. Real careful with that. Cause I done seen some karma hit. And most of the time, that's why I don't say nothing. It's like, baby, I ain't gotta say nothing. Anyway, so Chelsea had stopped parking in my parking space. So I was like, okay, cool. It seemed like to be getting back to where it's supposed to be. Well, around Mother's Day weekend, she started back parking in my parking space, and I was like, okay, maybe not. And I was like, okay, at this point in time, God, I need her to get gone. Because you playing in my face. You doing it on purpose. And I'm tired of you. And here's how I know. You will never park in my neighbor's parking space that's empty, just mine. You will park everywhere else except when I leave, you will park in mine. So you playing in my face and you doing evil intent. You trying to get over. Oh, okay. When I tell you almost every day that girl showed up, she had a new ding in her car. Then it was the tires. Mother's Day weekend, you parked in my parking space. I ain't say nothing. Nothing at all. But I also noticed that Vic was no longer going to work, that he was staying at home. So, was this right after Mother's Day? I think so. So I think it was like right after Mother's Day. I heard them arguing. I told y'all, like, the walls are thin. I could hear yo get on. Well, in all actuality, I couldn't hear them. They get on, because they would play loud music. And I didn't understand how the neighbor on the opposite side of them, on the facing the door, the neighbor on their right, because I would be the neighbor on their left, I would be the neighbor on their right. The neighbor on their left, I don't know how she dealt with that. And she had kids that was getting up going to school. So I don't know how she just let them play with the music. Me, I wasn't there at night. So Ty, I was like, Ty, you don't hear that music? He would hear it when he would wake up, and then he would kind of knock on the wall like that, and they'll turn the music down. After I got home, I don't know what he was doing during the time that I was at work. Because, baby, when I walked through the door, the music loud. And I'm like, why y'all not calling night security or calling night security to come knock on that door and tell them to turn that down? Where the hell you think you at? And when I'm telling you, like, the music be loud, the music will be loud. So I couldn't hear that get on, because they would have the music loud all the time. Regardless. Right? Now, mind you, inside of Chelsea's car, I saw a child seat. I never saw the baby. I always saw the child seat. Never saw the baby. So, after Mother's Day weekend, I heard them arguing. Mind you, I pay attention because I pay attention to stuff. I know the stuff. I ain't gonna say nothing, but I'm taking note. Please believe. I'm taking note. So I hear you arguing, and so she was like, you lied to me? You lied to me? You lied to me? You told me you was going to have your rent money. You told me you was going to have your rent money. You lied to me? You told me all this time that you was going to work. You haven't been going to work. You told me you was going to another location. You lied to me? Girl, I could have told you he was walking around here with his shirt off, looking like a crackhead. I could have told you that, but I don't talk to you. And then I'm not telling you nothing because you parking in my parking space. I'm assuming you know that already because you got to know. You got to pay attention. You got to know your man ain't working because ain't no money coming in. And if all the time you paying your rent, and I figure y'all moved in because you got your taxes. Because it was around that time. So, and as I told y'all, everybody who moved into the extended stay, baby, it's a fresh start. That's what we doing. It's a fresh start. Trying to get together. It's like a transition situation. Fresh start, own place, bed, refrigerator, cook, clean, internet, phone, water, electricity, all in one, so we can move somewhere else. Right? If you work it, you can. I promise you, you can. But because one of my neighbors who had been there longer than me, Chicago just moved out. I miss Chicago. Hey, Chicago. She said she gonna watch my channel. Hey, girl, I miss you. So yeah. So anyway, they arguing. After the argument, the car is gone. She's still there. But I ain't say nothing. So I was like, oh, so all this time you pimping it. And that was Vic's car? You ain't even got no car? So you around here, big and bold, controlling it, and you ain't got no car. Which explains why he would be so upset about every time you coming home, he had a new ding in the car. It was his car. So I was like, you ain't got no car. You done talked to this dude all kind of way. You done kicked him out. So what you gonna do, walk to work? I ain't knocking it. By all means, do what you got to do, because there's plenty of people who do that. My son do it too. My son walk to work. His job ain't too far from where we live, so he walk to work. He don't like it, but he got a little system now where he don't. But you got to do what you got to do, right? You ain't got no car. So I was like, oh, okay, so you done kicked him out and he had no job, but he had the car. Interesting. I ain't say nothing. So this one particular night, all of a sudden, we hear, we are woken early in the morning by that, right? So my kid jumps up and opens the door. I said, Tyler, what are you doing? Get back in here. First of all, you don't know who, what, when, where, how. Get your peanut head. At this point in time, I was calling him Phineas and Ferb because you would let one of your homeboys practice on your head for a haircut, and your head looked like Phineas and Ferb shape, like I swear. I was like, Ty, get back in here. Get your Phineas and Ferb head back in here. He was like, it's almost 6 in the morning. He banging on the door. He was like, I don't get it. And so all I'm hearing is, and I'm like, what the hell? So I called nighttime security. Nighttime security number is in this phone, is in my vlogging phone. So I'm not vlogging none of this, right? And I vlog now everything because from the previous of my Facebook situation and all that stuff, and people was like, oh, you lying. Nah, baby, I vlog everything. everything. Vlogging has saved my so many times I can't even tell you, honey. Everything. Paparazzi bitch. Cause what? So I was like, let me call nighttime security. So I called nighttime security and I was like, hey, can you coming up here to, I was like, my next door neighbor got a situation going on. Cause I was like, do you not hear that? You can hear it. She was like, oh, I'm not coming up there. Call the police. So I hang out with her, and you gonna see, because I'm gonna show y'all receipts. So I hang out with her, and I'm looking. Is because I start my camera, so you see me. The first part in the vlog of receipts is me in my bonnet laying in the bed like. Looking in the phone because I'm pissed off because now I got to call the police. I got to call the police on the black man. But at this point in time, it's like usually I'll chill and I'll mind my business. But the way you knocking on this door, the police need to be called, baby. And that's literally what nighttime security said. Nighttime security is literally to come, like, to tell your neighbor, hey, to turn down, or to turn the music down, or quiet down, you too loud if there's your upstairs neighbor, if it's a leak, stuff like that, or you get locked out, they come in and open your door for you, like help you with your keys and stuff. That's what nighttime security is for. Not stuff like that. I mean, if it is a fight, like, you know what I'm saying, or if somebody unalived, you know what I'm saying? Not like somebody, not unalived, or somebody is deceased. That's what nighttime security is for, because they have to, talk to police and stuff, right? Anyway, she was like, not coming up there, because she could hear through the phone. She was like, call the police. I'm not coming up there. I'm not dealing with that. Call the police. And I was like, you you sure? She was like, yeah, call the police. I was like, okay. So hit here. So I was like, ooh, hit record. Went in my vlogging situation. Hit record. Got my other phone. Called 911. So I called 911. I said, hey, can you send the police to de-escalate the situation? I was like, it sounded like my next door neighbor with some stuff. I was like, he beating on the door. He beating on the door so hard, like it's shaking my unit. And so they was asking, of course, like where my address and what's going on. They was like, are you in the altercation? I was like, no, I'm just a neighbor. I was like, I'm just telling you, like, y'all need to send somebody here. Because in the back, I was like, I know you can hear it in the background. So she was like, I can. He was that loud. Like, the bamming was that loud, y'all. And you're going to hear it in the receipts. The bamming was that loud. You literally hear. So, once I got off the phone with 911, I go to my door. I told y'all in another story, all I got to do is turn my TV off or put it on mute, and I can go to my door and I can hear everything when it comes down to my neighbor, or if they standing in front of my door, I can hear everything. I just got to put my little phone down and get all of the tea. Pour it out for me. So I hear him say, I want to see my son. I just want my son. And I was like, Jody.
I want to see my
son. Jody. So Ty was like, man, it's almost 6 in the morning. Because I think, like, Ty, what was Ty working? I think he was still on 12 to 12 at this time. I think he was still on 12 to 12. And he was like, it's almost 6 in the morning. He waking people up with this mess, with this foolishness. Like, who is dude? He was like, but I ain't go front when I open the door. Dude is big. I said, he's big? He's like, he big. He big. So I peek out. I was like, oh, so I'm peeking out the window. Oh. There you go. Yeah. Don't play. Play no games. Don't play no games.
It was like literally almost 6 a.m.
But even with that, it's not that. It's the fact that you can't be bamming on this. You bamming on this.
You bamming like you're actually police. I thought it was. I'm already right. Oh.
It's a white car.
Yeah, you're drunk.
Oh, I don't know. What is it?
Because I'm checking to make sure, like, the police have showed up, but then I want to see how big dude is because I'm not opening the door. So I peek out the window, and I was like, Ty, who big? I was like, all I see is titties. All I see is titties everywhere. So I said, what? And it wasn't a female. It wasn't a female. I was like, it's a dude with his shirt off. And he was like, no, ma, no. The dude that I'm talking about have his shirt on. He's huge. He's big. He looked like a football player. So I looked again because at this point in time, like, he had kind of walked down to, like, another side. Right? He kind of walked down to another side. And so I was like, are you sure? And so, because I look again, and by this time, the police is outside. So the police are downstairs at the bottom. Like, they didn't come upstairs to the door. They're downstairs at the bottom. Because it's like, I guess for them, they was like, don't need to come upstairs. More likely it's like, hey, can you just come downstairs? Because his car was sitting in the middle of the parking lot like this, in the middle of the road. It's an opening, like our parking lot is the opening like this, and then you park on this side or you park on that side. So his car is just sitting in the middle of the road, in the middle of the parking lot, lights on, car running. So the police are standing by his car, and they're like, hey, can you come down here and talk to us? He was like, nah, she need to open the door. I want to see my son. I don't care about Vic. I don't care about Chelsea. I don't care about none of that stuff. I just want my son. Nah, tell her to open the door. I just want my son. I don't care about none of that stuff. He was like, I just don't want my kid. I just don't want my kid in no hotel. We got a house. Why my kid in a hotel? And I was like, they been here for like a month or two. You just finding out your kid in a hotel? That don't make sense. That's running in my mind. Like, I pay attention to people. Like, I listen to people talk. I tell people that all the time. So when you trying to lie to me or you putting on, I'm always collecting stuff. It's like, that's not what you said last week. That's not what you said on December 15th at 2:52. I'm that type. I am. Just a blessing and a curse. Anyway, so the police was like, can you just come downstairs? Just come downstairs. Let's talk about it. We want to de-escalate the situation. You're waking up the neighbors. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Allergies. Those who know, those who not new here, allergies and asthma be beating me the up. So he was like, the police was like, just come downstairs, like you waking up the neighbors, you beating on the door, like we just want to, we can talk about it so that way we can check. So what they were trying to do was to get him to come downstairs, to get him away from the door so they can go on the inside of the door, like to check, I guess, to look for the baby themselves, to come back out to say, like, there's no baby in there, whatever. But it was like, we want to get you away from, like away from the door. So mind you, the neighbors from downstairs, they're from Miami. So I'm going to call it's the son, the mama, and the daddy. So I'm going to call them Miami son, Miami mom, Miami dad. So Miami son was up there, like when I peeked out the window, that's who I saw. And he didn't have on a shirt, and he kind of heavy, kind of chubby, he had man boobs. So that's what I was like. All I see is boobs out here. All I see is like Chris Rock on Rush Hour. And so that's who I saw. But the first time I looked, but the second time I saw the dude, and I was like, oh, so dude, like huge, like, those who watch football, college football, and I'm a huge Dogs fan, so he puts me in the mind of Jordan Davis. Not as big, but let's just say the generic version of Jordan Davis. So Jordan Davis is real huge. Like his body shape was like Jordan Davis, but let's just say he just 6'2", maybe 6'3", but he was huge. So I was like, oh, so I understood and I saw what I was talking about, and I was like, oh, okay, I see who you're talking about. So, and I understood why the cops was like, you come down here to me. Come down here to us. Come to me. He was like, nah, I just want to see my son. Come out the room, Chelsea. I don't care about Vic. I don't care about Vic. You can have Vic. Come out the room. And so the police came upstairs. So when they came upstairs, they was like on the opposite end of my window, and I'm listening, ear hustling, getting the tea, drinking the tea that's being poured to me. So they was talking, and so they had ran his tag or whatever. So they was like, the insurance on here is not, you don't have full coverage. And he was like, no, I just have liability. And they was like, oh, okay, you got your ID on them, so you gave them your ID. So one of the cops went downstairs, and then the man cop, because it was a lady cop and it was a man cop. The next time I look out, 2 more cars had pulled up, and I was like, it just got real. It just got real. And then in my mind, I was like, I feel bad because it's a black man, but I did what I was supposed to do. I called nighttime security on our property, and she told me to call the police. I did what I was supposed to do. I called nighttime security. I was like, oh man. So, so I was like, Ty, it's like 2 more cars up there. He was like, you know, they don't play, which they don't. When I tell y'all, if you call the police in our neighborhood, if you call the police at 9 at 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock and a half, 0.2 seconds, 0.2 seconds, they pulling up. Like, when I say they play no games with pull up, they play no games with a pull up game. Do you hear me? No games. So they took his ID and ran his ID. Came back upstairs and they was like, you know, you got a warrant? He was like, no, that's handled, sir. That's handled. And he was like, no, it's not. You got a warrant because your license is suspended. He was like, no, I handled that. Matter of fact, you're the only one driving. The car is running in the middle of the road. It's still on, running in the middle of the road, real top. So he was like, no, like, we looking at you, got a warrant. You got a warrant. Like, we gonna have to take you in. And so he was like, I just want to see my son. I know my son in there. So the girl, what I name her? Chelsea. I was about to call her Victoria. Vic. Excuse me. Chelsea ended up opening the door because the lady cop had knocked on the door. Mind you, he's on the opposite side of my window. So their door is literally like right here. He's about right here. She opened that door. All you hear is, whoa, wait.
Where's my son?
Move, bro. They ain't gonna shoot. He a white boy. They ain't gonna shoot. He a white boy.
That's a black.
That's a black boy?
There's a big black boy out there with dreads.
Oh, that's somebody else. I thought that was the white boy. So they must be moving. Oh, I wonder if that's our baby daddy.
Yep, that's the baby daddy. That's the baby daddy.
So, white boy is naked.
He's in hell in hell. I don't give a fuck. He's in hell in hell. I don't give a fuck. Give me my son. Give me my son.
Now I see why.
But,
He was like, well, give me my son. Give me my son right now. I don't give a fuck. Give me my son. Give me my son right now. Give me my son. They was like, back up. So it's commotion. Me and Ty sitting up, listening because we not peeking out the window. We sitting up listening. So you can hear the lady officer talking. So they had took him past. He was like, I know my son in there. They had backed him up. They had backed him up past my window, like further down to the other neighbors. They had backed him up a little bit. And so the lady cop was talking to her, and so she was like, let me come on the inside and search your unit because I want to see if the baby is in there. So she went in, searched the unit, came back out, and she told the officer, she was like, there's no baby in there. She was like, your son is not in here. He was like, yes, he is. I know he in there. We just left the club. Chelsea, what you told your baby daddy? Because you kicked out Vic. What you told your baby daddy? You just left the club chilling with your baby daddy. What did you tell your baby daddy? Why did your baby daddy come over there? He went into a rage, y'all. He was like, we just left the club. I don't give a about Vic. I don't care. He on meth anyway. What?
Those fucking drugs in you. That's all they do. I just want my son. I don't
They do
do
be
nothing.
a lot of
I'm
people.
right now. I don't do nothing.
Now I see why he's been on it. Never mind. Okay.
Son in there, hell of a man. It ain't just walk. It ain't just me. That shit mad, man. That shit mad. I will kill that.
It's a black dude outside too. It's another one out there with no shirt on. So man, your ass, get your little ass back in here.
Bro, I don't care about none of that.
That's the problem. Them people don't date. There's some people who don't either. And when you messing in their situation, they shoot you too. That's why I say get your ass in here. Let me call who I need to call, so I know what I need to do. No, now you crying. You lied to me, because the white boy was here the whole time. And I was like, he must have told you he had a job. Girl, he worked what day since y'all moved in? Waking up Sunday morning with a bam on the door. And it's putting your Phineas and Ferb head out there.
And I'm like, douche. I'm like, okay, bro.
What? He on meth anyway. He just got kicked out of rehab. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. My son in there. I just want my son. Please just give me my son. Please just give me my son. Please just give me my son. Y'all. I was like, oh my God. Like I'm saying, me and Ty looking at each other every time he dropped more tea. Like we looking at each other like, what? So once they realized, so like they was like, no, and we got to take you in because your license is suspended, you driving, so we gonna have to take you to jail. Like there's a warrant out for your arrest. So when they was like pushing him go past the door, he was talking mad junk. Ooh, he was like, I hate you, Chelsea.
Okay, then I got him to calm down, because I can barely hear him talking now. They probably gonna call me in the office.
Congratulations.
They call me in the office when I don't call, because it's usually next door to me. When you remember when they was fighting naked? I got called in the office for that. When they
So where's he at? Because he's supposed to be having him. So she done took him somewhere. I don't even know where he's at. He even went to a like rehab center and he relapsed, so they kicked him out. I don't want my son with me because I don't know when he should do that. And she even said he's crazy when he do that shit. She said because I caught them doing that. I know they have drugs on the record. I know they have drugs. Basically, he just got out of rehab center for doing that, and he failed, so they kicked him out. So I really don't want him to. Is that you right there? Yes, sir. That black Honda? You mean that black Toyota? Yeah, that's it.
his license is suspended. He gotta go to jail. His license is suspended. You can't drive with a suspended license. That's automatic jail time. How the hell you don't know? Well, it's possible. But you come up here doing all that shit and your license is suspended.
No.
She didn't answer. She didn't answer the door for you,
I get
man.
it, but please don't let her have my son.
asking
Please,
you, sir.
just please don't let her have my son. They
Walk
got
over
so
that way,
crazy.
sir.
I hate you. I hate you. Please, let me talk to her for a second. Even if she don't want to talk, just please, y'all can stay right here. I just want to know.
I hate you. And he got downstairs. So once he got downstairs, like I'm peeking so I can see downstairs. So I went out to get more footage and also to get pictures of the door, to get video and pictures of the door.
Who is this? Bam.
So when I tell y'all he was shaking that he was shaking the whole building. So I'm outside and I'm getting the footage, and he downstairs like they got him in handcuffs. And so he was like, Chelsea, you gonna get me arrested? You gonna get me arrested? And I was like, dang, that was...
Oh, bro. Y'all can look at my back, bro. I never had a charge in my life. Of course I let my motor in. That's my fucking son. That's my fucking son. Come on, gang. You better stop, bro. Stop, bro. Did y'all even check me apart? Did y'all check me in at? Oh, my, no, you didn't, bro. Fuck you, Todd, bro. I swear to God, fuck you. Fuck you, Todd. Fuck you, Todd. Fuck you, Todd. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you, bro. I just want my fucking son, you bitch. Bro, fuck you, Todd. Fuck you, bro. You got me arrested, bitch. I hate you. I hate you.
Really wasn't Chelsea, that was me, dog. But I was instructed to call the police because you up here breaking doors and ish. But I mean, he was like, fuck you. So they put him in the car, and Miami's son was like, hey bro, I'ma move your car, bro. Like, man, just stop talking, bro. Just stop talking.
Bro, your car is parked next to mine, bro. You had the keys out, so I appreciate you doing that.
So the whole time, Miami's son is in this dude's ear. I'm thinking, I was like, do Miami's son know him? So once the cops put him in the car, they pull off, right? So the Miami family is downstairs, and they was talking. I was like, I can't hear y'all. I was like, I'm gonna come down.
Now, this is how the whole apartment was shaking up.
Huh?
The whole apartment was shaking up.
The apartment, the glass, everything.
It was downstairs for the same thing, too.
Oh, it was shaking down there too?
I thought it was right here.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Real shit. If it was my son, I'd be tweaking out way worse than that. I would have came up here, I would have poked the It still would
It would still be the same scenario. It ain't even about his baby. It's about, like, you on people's property though.
It is very different. I know how to get in there way faster than he
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. He was out here for a good little minute. Child. You told her to stay out the door? Hold on, I'm coming down there.
Yeah. So I walked downstairs, and I was like, what y'all know? What y'all know? So we started like comparing stories, because of course I'm the neighbor next door, so I get most of the stuff. And I was like, so Miami's son, usually like him and Miami dad are usually like hanging out in the parking lot at his car. Like they sit there and they talk or they smoke or whatever early in the morning. So we was all outside. So I went down to the Miami family. Then later,
He came down here first, or he was looking? Y'all felt it down here. He came down here first, or y'all felt it?
Felt it. That's just how hard it was.
But I came outside.
Listen, the lady next door to him had to bump her door to get in. So I thought her door was just that stuff.
Oh, this lady up here?
No, right next to me.
Oh,
That's what I thought it was. But it was
yeah.
When I kept hearing it, I was like, all right,
Yeah, I let it go for a minute, and I called her. Can you like calm down the situation? Cause we sleep. Cause my son picked his hand, and I was like, "Little buddy, I need you to put back in here, cause you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. You don't know the state of people."
I got off at I got here at 4, so I'm still up.
So he was up there at 4?
No, it was clear. Nobody was out here for a good half minute, but in the end, it was like shit. I guess he felt something. His spirit.
That's somebody just moved in, though? Is that somebody that just moved in? Because they don't look like the same people. I don't see they.
It's a white dude that be up there digging in his eye.
It's a gray car.
But I don't see their car. I know exactly who it is.
She there.
He
But he gone.
The white, so that was the white boy car?
Yeah, that's the white.
Gotcha.
That's
So
the black
I
boy,
figured
the white boy.
they was arguing because I was like, she was like, you lied to me about a job. I was like, girl, it's obvious you ain't got no fucking job. You here all the time.
He said she just getting out of her program. She just getting out of her program. No,
I thought he just got out the program.
No, he just got out of the program and they kicked him out because he tested 30. That's what that was. Yeah.
She probably both. They probably both.
Gotcha.
But then again,
But I ain't never seen no goddamn baby though. I ain't never seen no baby.
Listen, I used to think it was
she did have a baby earlier.
I saw the car seat all the time, but I ain't never seen no
I
baby.
didn't see the baby before.
Oh, I ain't
I started with the little girl. Who's saying the boy? That's your husband.
That's my son.
Oh, that's your son.
That's my son.
On Ty came down, and so she was like, Miami mom was like, there go your husband. I was like, my husband? I was like, that's my son. And so she was like, well, how old are you, girl? Fabulous.
That is not my husband. Everybody do that. They be like, oh, your husband, y'all so cute. And I be like, yeah, that's my son.
My oldest child is 42 years old. So
Mine is my son. My son is 24. That is my son. That is not my husband. You been my husband again.
It's okay. It's way too calm.
Anyway, so yeah, I was like, that's my son. So we were standing there talking. So nighttime security had to come out anyway because the police pulled back up. So before the police pulled back up, like we was conferring and talking, you know, like comparing stories. So he was like, he could have got in there, Miami son. He could have got in there. I was gonna help him get in there. And I was like, why would you do that? And he was like, you talking about my son in there, I'm gonna do whatever. And I said, the son not even in there. They was like, oh, that baby in there. He in the bathroom somewhere. They hiding the baby. I said, how could you hide the baby? It's one way in, one way out. How could she hide the baby in there? The police went in there. He was like, no, I think the police helped. He was like, I think the police helped her out. Could be. But there's no place you can hide the baby in there without the baby talking and all that stuff anyway. But I never heard a baby. Not one time. Never heard a baby cry, never heard a baby scream, laugh, kick, scream, nothing. So wherever she was, if she was hiding the baby, she hid that baby very well because everybody unit is the same. It ain't so many places you can hide a baby in there. Where was he, under the sink? And I'm pretty sure because he was, if I'm not mistaken, the baby was like no more than 1 or 2. Yeah, right. So they kept telling him like there was no baby in there. So they had already taken him. So while we standing there, his mama pull up. Was that before or after? No, I'm getting ahead of myself. So while we standing there talking and confirming, so nighttime security had getting ahead of myself again. We were standing there talking and confirming stories, and so we was, because they was from Miami, and I was like, oh, okay, I got family in Miami.
What part of Florida you from?
Miami.
Which part? What city?
From over town, and I'm from Little River.
Oh, I got family in Carol City.
Oh. I just like you around the stadium.
Carol City.
Carol City is not Carol City like
It's not.
It's worse than
Miami
the
is not
city
either.
now.
South Beach is not either.
We ain't even been back since we been here.
It's not. A lot of my family moved to Fort Lauderdale though. That's because they was like, Miami is not like it used to be.
And Fort Lauderdale is not like
Dang,
it used
that
to
was
be
just in
because they
time.
Miami from Carol City, and they was like, oh Lord, oh Lord, not too much on Carol City. They was like, oh Lord, and that's how we got acquainted, just by that, and then this story. But anyway, we was talking about that. So the police pulled back up, just one officer. He pulled back. He pulled back up. So Miami mom was like, I don't know nothing. I ain't seen nothing.
I named Ed and Fred and
I just want to thank you, sir. You were jamming up trying to
Oh, that was sweet.
facilitate that. I appreciate your efforts.
I know how you feel.
Oh, yeah.
If it was me, I'd probably be him. On some real shit. Like, I probably would have been him. But the thing is, I know where I'm at. I know what's going on.
He just lost control of his emotions.
But that's the thing.
You got the better of him.
You can hold in so much until you can't, and then it just.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have the baby, sometimes they
It's
don't.
probably not gonna move because it's so. I'm Bruce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't usually
that
tell
car
cars.
don't go somewhere because it ain't got no yellow tag in it and it ain't supposed to be on this policy.
I can put it. Guess what?
He could go to the office and say something.
I help him out.
Oh, yeah.
Put on your room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
It's solid, man.
I'll drop my car off.
He just got
What
it.
you talking about?
Once you get down here, you don't sit down, he gonna come and
Leave
sit
me
down.
alone.
I get it. I get both sides.
He gonna come and sit
I don't
down.
understand. I really see myself as him.
I don't know nothing. So when he came over there, we all got quiet. We all got quiet. But the officer came to Miami's son and he was like, listen, I just want to come over here and tell you, like, you know, I just wanted to commend you and thank you for trying to de-escalate the situation. Whole time you escalating the situation because you trying to tell the boy how to get in it. But he was like, no, it's no problem. He was like, hey, if that was in that situation, I want somebody to, you know, to try to talk to me, try to help me, you know, try to help it out. He was like, yeah. He was like, I just want to tell you, like, I appreciate it. And so security, nighttime security came because you got to do a report because the door is jacked up. And you got to talk to Vic and Chelsea. Well, you got to talk to Chelsea. Vic is not there because remember Vic got kicked out. So you got to talk to Chelsea. So you came and went upstairs and the officer went with you. So when the officer went with you, she told me, I'm not. She was like, y'all know, y'all be stressing me out. Y'all know I'm pregnant. And so Miami son told 13 years. She been pregnant for 13 years, meaning she wasn't pregnant, y'all. She wasn't pregnant.
Getting up. You had to get up anyway. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot.
13 years.
Huh? 13 years. I thought you said 13 weeks.
No, she's 13 years.
You know what?
She just said that, like, basically, like, don't stress me out. You know I'm pregnant. She wasn't pregnant. Anyway, so we standing there talking or whatever, and we was confirming stories, and I was like, okay, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to go to bed. And I was like, because y'all already know, because they had just sent out the paper that we couldn't, like, stand in the breezeway and stand in loiter and talk, or they would do fines. Because they had just sent out the paper where they was giving out different fines for different things. And I was like, I'll holler at y'all. And when I said that, they was like, oh, yeah. So Miami mom and dad went in their room, in their unit, and Miami son went in his unit because he had a separate unit from them. And so I was like, good night, y'all. Good night, you know, like, good night. And that's how we became, like, cool. So anyway, me and Ty went upstairs and we was talking and basically, like, and on the way upstairs, like, I give y'all a shot at the door.
Yeah. But she still, like, he tore that fucking door up.
Oh, yeah.
They can't even close it up. The bottom of that door.
Yeah.
They're great. All right, y'all. You go, because you know they don't send a little notice about us loitering, so. Huh? No, they can't say shit about you standing outside your door, but when it's a group and they see you, they sending that fine. You didn't get that paper?
That fine like 2.
Yeah. You right.
We come back, we get in the room, and that's when we was like, I missed the part. So before we came back upstairs, after the police went with nighttime security, dang, what I call him? Muscle. I didn't give a name, but I did give him a name. Muscle, I never called it out. Muscle's mom ended up pulling up.
Well, I'm sleeping.
Who this?
No. They took him.
Who is it? I know. That's crazy. Who's that?
She pulled up. Ty was like, oh, that's my homegirl, because it was his old co-workers. And he went over to speak to his old coworker, actually his old boss, who was driving. And he was like, that's so crazy. It's a small world. After he went over there and talked to her. So she was like, did they take him? And they was like, yeah, they already took him. And so she was like, oh, okay. So he was like, but I moved the car right there. I got the keys. So, she gave him, Miami's son gave Muscle's mom the key so she can, take the car. So then we went upstairs and we was talking about it. I was like, come on, let's go eat. You can hear me? Come on, let's go eat. Come on, let's go eat or whatever. And we was laughing and talking or whatever for a good little minute. And then I was like, Ty, you better go to sleep. So he ended up going to sleep because he had to go to work. So I would say, when was it? Monday, Tuesday. I think it might have been a Saturday. It was either Saturday or Sunday. Vic had came back because, of course, now you're scared. Vic had came back, but you wasn't parking in our parking spaces. You would park somewhere else completely different. She wasn't parking in our parking spaces. You would park somewhere completely different. So Vic had came back because the car was back. And that was the thing, the Miami family, we was down there talking because I was like, I thought they had moved out because the car wasn't here. And that's when it was like, nah, that's Vic's car. And he just got kicked out of rehab. That's why he here. He just got kicked out of rehab. They said he wasn't following the program. He wasn't following the rules, so he just got kicked out of rehab. And he was in rehab for meth. He was in there for doing meth. He was doing there for doing the hard drugs. You can tell, like you can look at him, and I was like, that would make sense because he would be at the balcony saying, "Hey, you got a cigarette?" Hey, and he would walk back and forth with just basketball shorts on, no shirt on, and no shoes on. They also said, according to them, allegedly, that Chelsea was also a recovering meth situation. So it was like, dang. So anyway, when we was up there, me and Ty was talking or whatever. Ty went to sleep. So I think it was around Sunday. It was either Saturday or Sunday. Management came, and I saw management, like, they didn't come this way. They didn't come like where they would hit their unit first. They came past my unit. And when I saw her pass my unit, it was two of them. And I was like, oh. And I heard you knock on the door and say, management, me, mute TV, go to my door and listen. And so it's the complex rule. When something like that happens, regardless, you have to get out. You have to get out. So they had a week to evacuate, escape, remove the premises. They had to leave. And they basically said it's for your safety. They was, it was for your safety. She was like, I haven't had any problems. I had any problems with y'all except like payment. What you mean you haven't had no problems with them? That loud music, that girl wasn't telling on them with that loud music. Baby, ain't no way. But anyway, she was like, it's just payment. That's the only thing. I'm just, I'm shocked that happens to y'all. I'm shocked. She was like, is that your son's father? Is that your son's father? Like, did you know him? Girl, of course she knew him. Yeah, well, I want to know what you said to set him off when y'all was together at the club is what I want to know. Because how is it you had been here for almost 2 months and he just realized or just finding out your son was at a hotel? Girl, I don't believe that. I believe you set that dude up. I believe you said something to him to set him off to make him come over there. Because there ain't no way you can't tell me that man did not know where you lived at. There ain't no way. Because you work with his mama. Ain't no way. But anyway, so yeah, they had to be out by a week. And I was like, that's so interesting. That's so interesting because I prayed a prayer like, I was like, God, if she is doing anything evil intention towards me, she need to be gone within a month. It's not. I don't wish bad on nobody unless you wish it bad on me. But I pray a prayer about it. That's how I protect myself. If this person wish bad on me, because you do that, and I tell people that all the time. When you moving nasty, grimy, when you have an ulterior motive, when you loaded, it shows. It shows. It carries in your spirit, and when you think it doesn't, you think you're hiding, your spirit speaks. Well, it does for me anyway. I know. Like I just know. Sorry, I just know. And Ty be mad. One of my homeboys used to be mad too, because I used to be, nobody don't think like that but you, and then I be spot on. I be right. Anyway, so yeah, that's the story time of enemy of my enemy. She ended up having to leave. Bye, Chelsea. Bye, Chelsea. I don't wish bad on nobody, but when you being nasty, and she wasn't just nasty to me. She wasn't just nasty to me. So, bye. Bye. Anyway, maybe this is the intro to story time is coming back. I don't know yet. I just need to get this off my phone because I need the space because of the receipts that's in here. I love you the most because you're definitely the dopest in real life, and I'll see you in the next one. Maybe. We don't know. Hopefully. I love y'all. Bye.